Hello. I'm coming as grandma. It's a little bit easier these days to do so than not. Okay? So, where are we? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I don't see no bookcase. Well, we are at the Great Soul Mel at her home, and the Mel and the Steve took care of us last night and fed us good chicken and 2 helpings of the salad with flowers in it, little tiny flowers. It was good. They tasted like flowers. It was good, and it was good. And the olive oil and the lemon, and everything's fresh, right from Gaia. And Melissa's a great soul. Don't tell nobody. So, someone already knows. So anyway, we're gonna come to you in a little bit. She and I did something pretty big last night. Shh, don't tell her. She's supposed to figure it out by herself. She's doing a good job. So we let us do it. You know we like to let people cook, right? That's the idea. It's not up to mama. Hey! Hey, let's do this thing. Wait, this is the great Melissa, see?
Hello.
See? And so we did this great
thing. Closer.
Hey, do you know can we do that? So it's not so glary.
Which window is it?
It's that, I don't know. The one closest to the clock, whatever that is. The other two is though, it's pretty bright. And we know, Melissa, we already shine like the sun. We must close the curtains so we may show how much we shine in our hats, right? She stands on me. She not listening. She listens to the voices in her head. Another one like that. She's so pretty. See that? She does ancient things on that. And she did it all with just intuitive know-how. And you should see some of the stuff she does. Hey, can you show the rainbow show? Do you have that one? Or the big one? Okay, that one.
Oh.
So this is what she do. And this is just one of the things she do. You see? And look at, this is yarn. Come on over here. This is yarn she made from a beast. And then she did the things with it. And then she made it with, I saw the ball. And because there was a sunrise, it was beautiful, or sunset. And oh my God, and she, I got something like that here. And she had made the sun in her yarn.
I call it Colorado Sunrise.
Colorado Sunrise. And this is by hand. You know how much that kind of thing would cost?
I spin the wool.
See?
I helped my friend go shear the sheep.
See? Yes. So this is what Mama does. This is a Mama. And she is very powerful. We're going to talk a little bit about that because neither of them know a whole lot. Yeah, you can't blame them. Okay, so this is beautiful.
Wrap this one around you.
No! Oh, Mama got to take off her shoes now so I can run my circuit.
And then this one, I have many.
Oh, you got to wear that one. That's yours.
I can't wear this inside.
It's very heavy.
It weighs a ton because
it does.
I made it heavy.
Look it. Oh! It's so heavy and bulky and beautiful.
I left lanolin in it,
you get the treatment on your skin.
It seals out the water and it seals out the wind. It's very warm.
It's good. So that's what she do. And I had the oatmeal with the honey and the plum sage jam this morning, and I had like 2 things of coffee.
Our bees.
So it's good. It's good living up here. So they take our mommy, and we are very, very.
Oh yeah, they can see my loom.
Yes, I pointed it out while you were fixing things. Okay, so it would be good, Melissa, if you want to. What I said was that the big thing happened last night, and this is the idea behind Deeply Awake. You see this rectangle. This is a free zone where all souls can speak and express their reality in a place where no one's going to edit. No one's going to make fun, and there'll be no more talk about weird. You got it? So if you don't like it, see, look right over there. There's a button, you push. That old hag, she's so full of shit. That's fine. Dude, please do that. You're not ready. It's okay, and you don't have to be ready. In fact, you don't ever have to be ready. Never. That's the idea. Exactly. It's free divine. will. Who pushes a sovereign around? We ask, huh? Someone who doesn't understand they have a crown on their head. That's all. You want to take your advice from someone like that? When you can see the crown and they can't? Come on now. So this is a deeply awake zone. The other rule, of course, is honesty. Highest form of intimacy. You cannot have intimacy without honesty, dear. Honesty to self. To then be true, yeah. The words are a little scrambled today because we had something happen. And it was hard actually to make the words last night sometime. We went way high. Way high. We started running the energy before she got here in the car. She had already cleared a segment of lifetime, and that was good. The tears came, and they were not witnessed, and that was good too. It was not necessary. It needed to be witnessed to, So it was done. And so the energy was being run. We talk about runners, okay? So what the runner is just get quiet. Maybe you go to a meeting next. Maybe you're going to get handed your ass. It happened a lot to this one. With an HR representative and a notepad and a little piece of paper that says, "Oh, you suck so bad, but we want you to stick around so we can beat you up a little bit, okay? So please, you're a piece of shit." Oh, I don't think so. Oh, wait, I think I must run. So that's basically what was heard, and my body is reacting much differently to energy now. That scene was a little bit hard to do. So Mama, one of the reasons she's up here is to recalibrate, because it's quite intense. Physically, it's intense. So what we do is after we have a discussion, it doesn't matter the time, then we close, and we're gonna come together and do some help. And we help each other, you see. It's good to be among equal. And that's why you might be tuning in. That's why you can't make the thing go from the arrow to the 2 lines. It's because you're with friend. We can't judge. It's not possible. So we're going to talk about laws of physics, yes. But I know this is my physics friend. But first, it's very important to get Melissa's take on whatever she feels is appropriate to share. Understanding that when the button is pushed, currently we have about a total of around 1,800 views. Yeah. And about 27. Interesting number. 27, which would be a 9. Spells 9, yeah. Subscriber. And of course the readership is going okay. So you understand that we are a little undercover. So if you're part of the group, then you're part of the group, and if you're not, then it looks like such a dumb thing to watch. So okay, so enjoy that. Now would be the time to turn it off. Now would be the time for Melissa to decide what she feels it would be appropriate to share, understanding that at a certain point it will be shared by all, and when the words are spoken, of course, vibrationally they're already shared, yeah. But as we have said, over and over and over, molecular, then cellular, then tissue, and then we went blah blah, and Melissa said, it's not that way for me. Why do you think that we only say the 3, huh? Then you get to decide. But we got to lay the foundation, and there's one more. The harmonic is far, dear, but we don't give away the fam. Oh, not that dumb. And the body goes, whoa. Okay. So the entity you see in front of you is saying it's okay to do a little bit of a light show, but not too much to freak out people. And I much prefer the music. I like your music. It makes me feel better. So it's up to you guys what you want to give. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I know what's real for me. So I'm going to ask, before we have the Melissa say a few words, what is real for you? Who is the judge of that? We ask you, in your reality. Who says what's real for you? We just like to ask questions, dear. Okay, so Melissa, you want to say a little bit? You don't have to say a ding-dang word. But if you want, this is be the time to do it, because people might be interested. But what happens when they ask the Kathy over for the chicken and the green and then the candy? We bought lots and lots of candy, and I ate half a box of Crunch and Munch and that kind of thing. Okay, so go.
Do you think they want to know about my background or what we did last night?
Well, I described you as she's a master, you know. She carry a lot of energy. She carry the Mama Gaia. There's a reason why this one is with her. To give you an idea of her age. Does it give you an idea of her skill? It should. It should. So, this is why she's given free rein to say whichever she wants. Everyone knows that you are master weaver and that you are one with the Gaia. So, and these are all things that either are conscious or not, doesn't matter. Look at your life, look at your proof, look at your evidence.
Okay.
Ooh, I am fierce. I'm already a fierce mama. Okay, go.
Fierce mama.
Maybe.
And I would say that the most important thing for this little segment of our journey, as we're all waking and experiencing ourselves fully embodiment, is the way to hold space for people is to just hold love. Hold love, hold love, hold love. And that makes it a judgment-free zone so that a person like our Kathy can come and explore and think out loud. I get to explore. I get to think out loud. And new understandings emerge.
Or do they ever?
New concepts, new understandings.
New laws of physics?
Yeah, not new though, huh?
Oh my God, no.
We invented them a long time ago.
Well, we kind of just hitched a ride on them, you know.
Yeah, when we set this place up, we set up the rules, didn't we?
I know.
Now
Holy
we're remembering
fuck,
them.
my body is just going crazy. It's
Now
like
we're
shimmer.
remembering.
You know the shimmer? But it's going through my body, down my leg and everything. Thank you.
Bubbly blood. That's what I've been having the last 2 days. Bubbly blood. I think I went through last night. A piece of what happened was, we lit up some chakras, and I split myself open, and that happened. And something happened with my cardio and my pulmonary systems.
Yes, we're asking now, how did it happen? Were you just conferred a great gift, Melissa?
Oh, I was converted. A tremendous gift.
Was it truly a gift?
It was my divine right.
Was it anything else? Of course, it's a right.
It's my divine right. It is remembrance.
True.
Cellular memory.
True.
And
my
choice.
Okay, so we talk about electron and how you say, well, the light is already there. So
yes.
What else is needed? So all of this great stuff is just walking around with you every day, dear. How do we bring it into the molecule? What has to happen? What does the being have to? What kind of stance does the being have to have in the consciousness?
Love.
Oh, yes, it cannot happen without that. And then there is a verb. There is an action. There is a mechanism. Remember?
Choice.
Okay, what's another word for that?
Oh.
What's another word for choice?
I don't know where you're
Divine
going.
will.
Oh, divine will. Yes.
So, yeah, what we are asking is on the couch, you know, we were opposite each other, but I could have gotten up and say, hey, here you go. Beep. That is what inductance is, dear. But did it work that way?
No.
What did you have to keep repeating to your team?
Yes, I choose this.
Ha! Ha!
Yes,
oh, the body goes boing, 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 boing.
I choose.
That's right. Divine will. Divine choice.
Always has to choose.
So it is not something that someone walks along and they are maybe vibrating a little high. So what? So what? So they're walking through a mall. This question was asked in the group that we attended with the crayon. Hey, why isn't it that everyone doesn't just turn into light when there's someone with a whole bunch of light? What the hell is that about? Why don't I feel better, basically? Well, He said, well, of course, this great quantum energy comes through you and to you. By divine plan is there for you, if you would like. Why is it that only maybe 1 or 2 people go, something feels different around here? They're ready. They're expressing with the DNA little prayers that were said to the pillowcase as baby, as teenager, as despondent adult, as aging man or woman. They say, oh my God, help me. I'm ready to know. I'm ready to know, is there anybody out there? Am I loved? Could it be? Is it possible? What might it feel to feel loved? That is how it begins. That is the deepest and most cherished prayer. It sends out a pulse there. So, then the pulse is returned. But, a locked door is a locked door. So we tell you a little story, okay? And then we're going to talk a little bit. You want to say anything more, baby? Ha! Yes, she does, see? Oh, she babbles so much. Go!
Go. I guess I'm going to sneeze.
Good. There's a code for that. We won't give it. She got to go back to the boron for it. She's pissed because we won't tell her why people sneeze. She got to go back. She got to go see Enrique again.
Gotta go see Enrique. Kathy.
Oh, he's a mean man.
Enrique.
Oh my God. My lady parts go wild around him. I get the science woody, lady wood. I get lady wood of the science kind.
Get your heart on.
Oh, definitely. Everywhere it counts, baby.
So letting Kathy come to our place, having a place of sanctuary here on our farm. Kathy's not the only person who has taken advantage of the invitation.
You mean I'm not the only one? Oh my God, that's gross.
People
Just kidding.
for some reason are drawn here.
I can't imagine why.
To come. So we hang out together and we talk and we listen. We listen a lot.
Is much advice given? Do you remember hearing advice or giving it very much?
No.
Good. The absence of advice shows that you are among an equal.
Well, and
that you feel equal.
You didn't ask for my advice.
I never ask for advice. I don't give a shit what
So
you
if
want.
you push your advice on somebody without their permission, that's called bullying.
Goes right overhead. All I say is, oh, that's so nice you want to manage my reality. I think maybe you should start with yours first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get your ducks in a row.
Yes.
Get your love and
Get your shit in a row.
Get your love where it needs to be. Focused on yourself first.
Too much. Yes, this is true. Get right with your God. Huh? Where's God? Okay.
In my heart, baby.
Okay. See, it becomes so simple. Didn't we say we were at the mirror? No, you're not the crazy girl. No, you are not the crazy girl. And then we sat her down and she go, oh, it gets so easy now. Toy.
Not crazy.
Okay. Good. So we were done. We started at the 12 and we ended at the 1. Spell it out.
We did. The clock even chimed. We have a grandfather
At the
clock
beginning
in the basement
and the end,
from
yes.
grandfather that chimed to let us know what time it was.
See, we don't have any truck with the mail. You understand that? We love the mail in all his beautiful
yes.
forms, and there are many. So we say the old man money and things like that in the Kali Yuga, blah blah blah. Understand the Kali Yuga has a mate, and that mate is the patriarchy, and they're both kind of big bullies, and they are bloody, and they are so misinformed. That's all. They're just little children. They need to be led to bed and tucked in and told that they were not naughty. They were put in charge of too much. And we were stupid. And now we grow up. We grow up and we're going to put them to bed and we're going to treat them right. That's a very wounded male who needs to have a good nap and many other good things. And be shown that he is valuable for his essence, not for his works. And The Kali. Well, we talked about the Kali and what happened to her and the spear and the blah, 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 and the blood and the oi. Now, we say the Kali Yuga, blah, blah, and then you look it up and go, oh, that she's so full of shit. This Kali Yuga, we're in the middle of it, so let's do a little trekking. Yes, the Kali is the female version of the patriarchy. And it was a good farm to take. You understand this experiment's been going on for a while, and we say experiment just because we say plan, it doesn't matter. The outcome is assured. Obviously, look who's in charge. So, anyway, man, we're decloaking. Can you see? Decloakums off.
Decloaking.
Yeah, so she needs to be sent to bed and told that she didn't do anything wrong, and that all her love is seen, and her innocence too, you know. How much innocence is in the patriarchy? Not much. A lot of sexuality, a lot of brutality, and haven't we said benevolence is the only law of the land, and is the only thing to explain the brutality. It's people taking on masks and roles by agreement to assist in leading them to the portal, to the cleave, to mitosis, to life. So we did a little thing last night. It was pretty, and afterward she was so scattered. The glasses were one place, and the phone was one place, and the smokes were one place, but she knew where her candy was, I'll tell you that.
And the bed.
Yes.
You knew where the bed was.
I knew where the bed was, and the water was we already placed it, and then we had her fumble around, and she went back to bed. She was up until about 3, reading texts and giggling because she understood some things, so that's nice. So the problem was that she was having trouble because, of course, she can see without glasses, and she couldn't find the glasses, and it was dark. So she's used to doing that. She likes to see her way when her eyes can see. And so we led her to the place where the door was supposed to be, and she went to this, where's the knob? And then over here, well, the knob should be, no, it's not there, it's over here. And then she realized that she was at the wall. And so, and we had made sure that door was closed all the way through the ceremony thing, and but then she'd opened it, put her water down, forgotten all about it, of course, because that's how she rolls, and then she's at the door going, and then okay, knob should be there, it's not, okay, so the knob, no, it can't be there, it's over here. Got her orientation, remember, up and down with the bubbles, and then her hand went like that. The door was open, and we said, oh girlie, the door wasn't even unlocked. It wasn't even closed. It was open. And you just got a little confused. The door is open, guys. So, for those following along, you know about the chakras and the crystal cave and blah, blah, blah. And then we say, oh, clarion call. The pod's going to wake up. Aha. So the blood thing, you know, that was a one-time deal. And that was just something that had to be done. No big deal. And then the crystal kingdom did the thing, and then without readiness and without permission, nothing occurs. But there was a need to come up here. Isn't that funny? And we were done with our feast by about 9:30, and it was time to lay down for a little bit, but this was a timed expression, and it's funny how everybody went to sleep.
And they were very specific with their instruction about time.
And the geometrics, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Steve, of course, the divine male of the home. He was so potent and strong that we only needed one male, and his energy was balanced by some chickens. So I tell you how balanced he is. I think so.
Chickens and rabbits and turkeys and bees.
We would suggest that perhaps it was not just the animals and the beasts who were holding space with the Steve. We would suggest it was the Mama Gaia. So please understand his power and act accordingly at all times with worship. We need to talk about that with reverence and dignity. honoring all of these being open, all of them. We all talk our own truth. And we all state our own feeling. And we all explain our own motive. No one gets to put that on us. You may do that with each other. That will be fine. That's the law of the land at the time. But not for long. So, there's just a few in the pod. They're very old. But she's so pretty, yeah? So, it was simple inductance, and it was just a little, hello, I'm home. And you want something? I'm holding. You want to hear this?
Let's hear it.
So, that's what we did.
That's what we did.
We gave her a hit. She put the pipe to her mouth. We just lit. All right, breathe that one in, baby. You want another one? Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling good now. Okay, now we're equating this to an intoxicant, and there's so many judgments around the mama ganja, and that's fine. We always say with the judgments, okay, that's fine. Does that make you happy? Okay. If it makes you happy, then you should keep that judgment. Yeah, we suggest that when you have a lot of judgments, you have a lot of enemies around. Yeah? But that's just something that we say because we're picky. I'm silly. Is there anything you want to know, dear, before we launch into a little teeny tiny? We're not doing much. We're not giving away the farm, but we have to certainly help people who need this in their consciousness, okay? And see, we're going deep. So those who need to, we keep our videos kind of long and our essays long because there's only so many people who need to read it. And most go, oh, that's far too long for me. I think this is bullshit.
I haven't even watched them all.
See, I know. It's neither have I. I always watch them before they get old, and that's a good thing, but no. So, and, okay. We need to do this just for a minute to just allow us. Okay, thank you. We needed to have a little message with some people, so that's done. Thank you. Anything else? Okay, so here it is. We ask you. So would a benevolent God ask you to abdicate your will? And we suggest the answer to that is no. The only law of the land is benevolence because the only law of physics is free will, divine free will. So what if the electron is an expression of divine free will? What would make it be popping into darkness? What could possibly be that dark? That it would actually cloak divine free will as some sort of amazing event. What do you think? Well, we would ask you a question. So, when you are, it might be good to do a parable, it might be good to write it. Now, this is kind of a big deal. What we would suggest is that you consider what we've been telling you about permission, allowance, and readiness. And what are the natural reactions to that, to these truths? What's a reaction to truth? We talked about expansion, you know. You think you get very expanded when you sit in a class and argue in your mind with the teacher about how stupid they are and how much you know? We would suggest it's a form of resistance. It's not how the resistance takes form, it doesn't matter. You can feel it in your body. That is why she is shimmering, because she has made some very profound requests which are appropriate at this time. And so these are etheric in nature, light body in nature. The Greek Ryan has been listened to this night about the 12-layer DNA, and this was very helpful for me. So, heartfelt thank you. You have no idea how hard this would have been without you. It would have been done, but it would have been hard. So thank you. So we would say that perhaps expansion and contraction, this might be a farm. We would not say what vibratory to allowance and resistance. Resistance has a funny tang, doesn't it? It's kind of scientific. It's interesting. What helps with resistance? Well, we would suggest that perhaps you might want to look at gold and copper. So, and how much resistance is there in a magnet, we would ask. That's quite a profound question, Melissa. The magnetic girl. How much resistance?
I didn't miss that one.
Yes, I know. It clanged in your body.
Key.
How much resistance is there in a magnet? So we would ask you if you consider resistance a profound truth. And riding along with all of this is what could hold such power, such paradox. What is more powerful than paradox? Well, isn't a writer's story written on a blank sheet? So we want to say we are tricky. So you may see that there have been some changes. You will continue to see changes. They'll be physical. The face is changing already. So we would say that take it or leave it, believe it or not. What is true is that this one is right with her God. She is right with the people in her life who have loved her through many, many things, and who have provided wounding and healing. And we would suggest that both of these are also push-pull mechanisms or engines. So we are talking very deep, and there are a few who are going to understand just how deep we went and just how much this one had the courage to reveal today. But she has the courage of her brother and her beloved, who have been walking with her since last afternoon around 3, when they came back and were hand-holding and led her through the book. So here, we want to share just a little teeny tiny bit. There's not much that needs to be said, but it's important to give them credit, okay? So, at about 3 yesterday, it all happened. It was clear what was going on for her. And we would say that it could be a Quran, and it could be, I don't know, whatever. But this one came, and she had, the only reason we do this is because it says words of Christ in red. And she went on a mission about a year ago and had to get the Bible, preferably black cover, preferably like this so it's kind of bendy, preferably with maps, because all of this reminds her of things. And then it had to have the Christ words in red. She had to be able to find that real quick. And it had to sit and be ready for whatever. And had it happened on the road, it's funny, she would have been urged to bring it with her. So it's just for her, and she will share it as she sees fit. But we would suggest that everything is encoded for awakening, including how this one came to be awakened and to what extent. That's all that needs to be said. How we want to end is very funny, because everything's funny. Everything becomes so silly. So Melissa, it's funny because there's dissonance, because this one didn't say, so do I take this home or do I leave it here? I don't understand.
You have to leave it here.
I see, that's what needed to be. So I get to love on it and put all my energy into it. And this is what's the Sam. And I, her, see how the light went. I do. If we're apart, we have an animal. He said, give me all your love and I'll be loving on it tonight. And so I hold it and I give him all my love, and it goes right into the fibers and right into the fuzzy and in the eyes and all that stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. and then I hand it to him, and then he can sleep with it, and it releases to him, and he does that with me. It's very, very nice. So I get to do that now with these. They're very naughty. It's a nutcracker, guys. See? But it's ladies' legs. Woo! And I would suggest it too. Yesterday and today. Well, we cracked a koan.
Those are called naughty Nellies.
Naughty Nellies. Ooh, oh, look at that. That's naughty. Ooh, there's a little black thing that should show up. Ooh, you're not allowed to see that. You must pay the price of admission. So we were cracking koans of the universe. And the evidence is now before you, and everything is coded for the awakening, dude. So there you go. So anyway, is that button? Is it still the so that we're going? Well, if it is, then we would say that we take no responsibility for your witnesses now. It's just how it is, because once you've given permission, then you are allowed access. Is sort of given. If you're watching, then you've given permission. Okay, so you can limit the distress by admitting the acceptance and letting the resistance do what, Melissa? That's right. Just let it go.
Away.
Let it go. And then what might be in its absence? Well, we would suggest that information is coded, and the best way to place a code of this magnitude is in light. So it's the only thing that can contain this much love. So you understand that light changes based on the participant's consciousness. Any participant, any divine being who is quantum, is going to change the expression of the light. But what the light says, well, that is up to the participant creator's consciousness. And we would suggest that is actually another word for willingness. So and we don't say the word will usually without the word divine. Your divine willingness allows the light to give you information that you might find pleasing to perhaps a larger part of you than you are aware of. Oh, well, you get nudged, dude. So here's the deal. Remember we talked about the Magatha? So we wanted from the horse's mouth what happened that night. About what we're going to say is, see up above there? See that? What's that? Oh, could that be some skylights? Well, we copped to it. Melissa, the reason we yanked you out of bed and had you sit there is because we like the moon in the lights. So we made you get out of a warm bed.
Sit in my rocket chair.
We did, but it's also a place of high meditation and ceremony, and it is important sometimes to have big things happen all on your own. And then you must
my Merkaba mix with my divine husband.
Absolutely, and we suggest that you must own. It's like if you got my body's going crazy. If you've got a coat in your closet that is really important, you love it, and it's all pretty, and you want to wear it. Well, to wear it, do you have someone else put it on? No, you put it on yourself. And so it's not appropriate to include anyone else in these things. So there are many reasons, come on. But we like to say it's a moonlight. So this is why. So how about if you say a little bit about, I'm trying to remember, it's in the video draft evidence of what the timing of all of this, but it was a profound timing. And I got the information on a Monday that I had visited on a Saturday, I believe, or Friday. And I had no idea. I had experiences with bilocation before, but only with consciousness, not with the body. There's an essay about that. I fell asleep on a break at work. It was allowed, guys, and I didn't have much time though. And so what happened was, and then she woke up. We say the she now. She woke up and she was looking at her beloved bookshelf, her beloved altar at the time. And she could smell and she could see the cats. And she said, "Oh my God, I'm supposed to be at work." And then it became a little bit more evident that perhaps her body was at work, but she was at home. Perhaps because she missed the minky, who knows? Perhaps she just let her stretch a little bit. So we say that, there's this book from Spalding that talks about the 6 volumes. Is that the right name? The name has an A in it. But anyway, and they're meeting masters of the Far East. And these masters are kind of cool. They can sit in the forest and just kind of veg and say, "Okay, well, you guys go catch a train. I'll see you there." And so, you can tell when they got to the train, and boop, "Well, hello, let's do this thing." So, see, the thing is, you don't learn that till the end. So they meet this guy at the train station, and the guy says, "Okay, come with me, I'm your guide, and I'm going to take you to where you need to be, okay? So come on. So they travel. It's many days, I do believe. It's it's not arduous, but it's, it's physical. And it's more than a half an hour. And then they get to this forest thing. They're a little bit weirded out because the guy's sitting there in meditation. How'd that happen? So that book is chock full of weirdness. So with that said, why don't you tell the girlies and boys what happened?
I don't remember the details of the vision.
Good.
I wake up at midnight. Seems to be my time for coming into awareness of if I'm having dreams that are part of a vision experience where I'm getting information or energetic experience. Usually they go hand in hand. And this night I woke up and literally felt like someone had their hand in the middle of my back, pushing me out of the bed. And it wasn't my husband. He was sound asleep. God bless him, he sleeps. And so I got up out of the bed and I came to my chair that sits here in our living room next to the windows. Lots of windows, so the moonlight is part of it, the skylights. And that chair has had lots of journeys with me, so it already holds the vortex energy, right? So you sit in it and you're launched instantly. And I go into an experience, and I am a person who believes in part of my goal is to embody living the balance of my mind, my body, and my spirit. So each one plays a role in the journey. This suit is very important. And this, for discernment and judgment is part of discernment, not an accusation. For me to make choice, active choice about what I truly want to be my experience. So I'm sitting in the chair and poop, Magartha appears. Magartha's talking to me, and I know Magartha's energy signature pretty well. She hangs out here, and we Skype together. So Magartha is sometimes part of those experiences. Sometimes it's Kathy. There's a whole gang of people that can show up between the two of us. Yeah. And so I was asking about some of the things going on, and Magartha pops in, and Magartha's like, "Kathy will tell you on Monday. You would talk to Magartha on Monday. You will talk to Magartha on Monday." So...
So then on Monday, it's like sometimes first thing, "Oh, that would be so pleasant." I get the phone, Melissa, Skype? And she went, "Holy shit, yeah!"
Yes.
So we sat down and she said that, and then I think I reported it. So I came in and said, blah, blah. And she said, "What? What do you mean?" And they said, "Well, don't worry about it. You'll see her on Monday." So that's how it went. So I like the idea. We've talked about runners. Ooh, we talked about that just this morning, didn't we? So what better way of putting out a runner than projecting your very body And we suggest there are many ways of doing that. And it can be done consciously or unconsciously, but it is done through will. So isn't that neat? It's so pretty. So we appreciate your love and your time. It is a big deal. This is a big moment for the Kathy because she does not like to reveal. It has been a long, long, long time of being silent and still because it's not been time. She has carried this information for a very, very long time. And as she say, road tested it. Simply because it's not helpful if you can't see results. And we would suggest that as a profound reason why some of her life is the way it is. And that honor above all is appropriate at this time. And this is, we understand that there may be confusion about who is speaking, but we ask you to listen to the signature. And so it's time. It's time to assist. It's time to show honor. And there's no resistance anymore. It's funny how that works. We would suggest that gift and giver and receiver and giving, well, this is all about resistance and acceptance. And acceptance is not abdication of will. Resistance is a natural expression of acceptance, and acceptance, higher vibration, is of course permission, and then you take a little walk or push a button and go up the elevator, and you realize what you're carrying inside your heart, and you realize there's no one who can express this better than you. And the only real appropriate way to do that is to have divine will. And so we would suggest that the Buddha was very helpful in quieting down the mental bodies and balancing these bodies, which are nothing but layers of DNA, dear. And weaving together a weave that had been ripped. However, he is from another time and had many important things to say, but he got the desire part wrong. Oops. He didn't get it wrong. It was appropriate for the consciousness of the time. Like, rein it in a little bit, guys. Jesus. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Well, okay. Sananda. There you go. Okay. It's all the same.
Yes,
so they say things to help us to move our consciousness down the field. And so the Buddha was wonderful. But however, what did we spend about, I don't know, a very long time talking about prior to all of the fun in the light show last night and all the visitors, Melissa. We both had the little pieces of paper in our hand, and we were asked, well, what do you want? We have since been asking that a lot because, of course, the first thing that pops into everybody's head who is of a certain vibration is, I want to heal the planet. I want to do something for the people. Well, okay, but let's assume that's a given. What do you want? I don't know. Okay, so think about it. I want my rent paid. I want to have some money. I don't have to worry about my bills. I want to be able to buy smokes.
I want a hot tub.
Think a little bit bigger, girl. Don't think so small. Don't think so small. You want the Jaguar? You want the Jaguar? You can have the Jaguar.
I don't want a Jaguar.
You don't want the Jaguar?
I've got a really awesome car.
I see. Okay, so you see how it goes? What do I want? What do I want? So this is why the Krayan and many other masters have said in meditations and in lectures, well, imagine just for a moment. I mean, do it in the car, away from all the nonsense if you have to, but sit behind the wheel, turn off the engine, and ask yourself, all right, let's pretend all my problems are solved. Every single little problem that is tying me up in knots, gone. I don't know how that happened, and frankly, I don't need to know how. I feel good. All right, now in this space, what the heck do I want? Because he would suggest the situations and the coding as a way to get you to figure out what you want. So why not just remove it and ask, what do I want? And then just not question, why do you want it? Wait, we would suggest it's a big guy over there saying, hey, there's this heaven and hell option. You want to join in? No. So just ask, what do I want? Is it okay that I want blah blah? Well, I don't know. What do you think? It's up to you. Is it okay? If the answer is no, then what have you created, Melissa? What physical law has been tweaked? Booped. Would there be resistance?
Resistance.
There you go. So, okay, so you got some resistance. Big deal. You want to think small? Go for it. You want to think big? That's fine. It's a matter of how much resistance you hold. We would suggest that is directly linked to the DNA and to that funny, weird word that kept popping up on the way up to Melissa's, which has been shared and which is cooking. So it's highly complex and biological, and it's magnetic and many things, and so it cannot be languaged or answered without a dyad, at least, preferably for who are that's adept. And of course we meet at night, but it's more fun to meet in the physical because the oatmeal tastes so good. So, we have gone far and revealed much, and so this is a very important public service announcement, which the Kathy must now allow us to say, which is, this one can still go out for a beer. She's still a pretty good time on a date. She really enjoys the company of people who are kind to her and gentle, and who show that they understand. And she is beginning to learn why people turn away. And that's very good. We wanted to make sure that she understood how, not personalities. And so she understands better. So it's really okay. You can say no. But can you imagine the profound gift given when someone reaches out to this one and says, please, here's a nice warm bed, and we will not ever hold you in judgment, and whatever comes out of your mouth, we might even honor. You give us a chance. Don't poop on it before you hand it to us. She's good at doing that. Here, you just need to wash it off. No, dear, just hand it full. You don't have to smear it up. There's not a whole lot of that left in her anyway. Well, she's full of shit, but in a different way. So anyway, that is pretty much all we have to say. It's a long recording, and that's highly appropriate. So we have it makes sense to go on an 8. You notice how we can do that? Eyes closed. Blah, blah, blah. La, la. Long pauses. La, 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 la. La, la. Bing. 4, 4, 4, 4. Hua! Parlor trick. Okay, so we love you, babies. And we're gonna just randomly do this, and it might be an 8, and if it's not, it's a code.